Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is TyReviews, and today I will be reviewing the current episode of Season 2 of The Owl House. And wow, this episode gave us a lot. It gave us a lot to go off of. Character developments all around for all three of our main heroes: Ida, Luz, and King. All three of them gained something in their character, and they're going to be better off for it. So, with that being said, let's get started. So the episode starts off with Hooty lamenting to Lilith that he doesn't exactly feel needed around the house. And even though he tries to help, the others just brush him off. This has Lilith concerned, considering the fact that he is basically the Owl House. And she tells him that he is essential to them. So, Hooty, being the guy he is, takes Lilith's advice and decides to try and help all three of our heroes who are going through their respective problems. King's struggling to figure out what kind of demon he is. Ida hasn't gotten a wink of sleep just after what happened with Rain, and Luz is still struggling on how to find out what to do with the Echo Mouse, while also trying to figure out how to ask Amity out. So, Hooty decides to help all three of them. He first starts off with King, who's going through puberty, as it turns out, and we learn about the three classes of demons. They're bipeds, beasts, and bug demons. So Hooty runs King through some tests to see what kind of demon he is, and let's just say it didn't go well for the most part. But you know, when they tried to figure out if he was a beast demon, they took some of his blood, but unfortunately it came back, inconclusive. So then Hooty tried to do the whole shtick about, you're you, and we love you for who you are. And that's not the answer King was looking for, at all. So then he gets mad about the fact that his dad didn't show up, despite the fact that he sent the video and all the wanted posters. And then he shouts, and he gains a new power. It's essentially a power screech. And turns out, my brother pointed out that, the squeak of rage that he did back in season 1, I'm sure a lot of other people figured that out too, was kind of foreshadowing this, most likely. So that's pretty cool. When Hooty feels like he messed up, he runs away. So then he tries to help Ida, who, as I said before, is not getting enough sleep. This has Hooty concerned because if she gets too stressed, she'll turn into the owl beast. So he decides to put her to sleep using sleeping nettles. And this does put you to sleep, but it also heightens your dreams. So that's bad. But this gives Ida the chance to face off against the owl beast and confront her past demons. So then we go into the past and learn more about her. If you go to the past and learn more about her, we see her dad, and we find out why exactly Ida was hesitant about when Lilith said she was gonna reunite with him. And then we find out that her and Rain did actually date, and they broke up with Ida because they wanted to join the Bard Coven, and I think they knew that Ida was lying about the curse. And Ida realizes the mistakes that she made in the past, and she blames the Owl Beast, but I think she also blamed herself for running away from it at all. And then we also meet the Collector. This character named the Collector. It's a weird fellow, but I'm sure they'll be essential later on. And it's at this point in the dream when Ida finds out that her and the Owl Beast are basically just tethered together no matter what. So she offers him a truce, at least for now. She accepts the curse, at least for now, until they can find a way to get free from each other. I feel like it's kind of a Venom situation. That's what I classify it as. But, it is what it is. So then, when she comes out of it, she gets a new form called which I'm going to call Harpy Mode. And she becomes Harpy Ida, which, wow, I was not expecting that at all. So, yeah. And Hooty, again, feels like he screwed up and runs away. So then he decides to go help Luz with her issues. And he decides to help her kill two birds with one stone by basically kidnapping Amity. He basically kidnaps Amity and tries to get the two together. Sorry if I'm rambling. Amity wants Luz to forget about the kiss because she feels like, she doesn't want the status quo to change too much, and she's too afraid if Luz doesn't feel the same way. But when Luz tries to change the subject and get her out of the basement, they fall down below, and they fall down into the pits below, and they enter Hooty's tunnel of love. Which is a little bit cheesy, I'll admit it. But they go through it. And it seems as though, and this is the part of the video where I get to gush about Amity's face in the scene, because it's just so adorable. It's just so adorable to see her like this. And she realizes that Luz might have feelings for her, but Luz, being the person that she is, doesn't want to get humiliated, because that's not the way she wants to ask Amity out. She wants to be cool about it, extravagant. And so she destroys the tunnel of love, but all this does is not only does it make Amity feel like Luz doesn't love her, but it makes her cry. It's at this moment when Luz realizes, oh my god, what have I done? And yeah, that's not good, because in the words of someone else, hurting someone you like is worse than being humiliated. But they got no time to deal with it, because Hooty starts whiling and tries to leave the house, causing it to fall apart. And this is when everything comes full circle. All three plot lines come to intersect with each other, and with Ida saving King from falling, and King using his powers to save Luz and Amity from being crushed by a rock. And while Hooty is freaking out, Ida and King tell him that that he did save them. Well, he helped them. He helped them both. However, he didn't help Luz. Luz tells Ida she wants to ask Amity out. And it's really refreshing to see that Dana made a world where there's no, homophobia or anything like that. It really goes to show you how representation is starting to become the new norm, as my brother puts it. And it's just nice and all that. Ida's not, shocked. She's not shocked at all. She's just happy for her. So she decides to help by getting Hooty out of the way. And after that, Luz and Amity talk. And she admits that she wants to ask her out in a most extravagant way, because she thinks she's cool and classy. But, Amity retorts saying she's not that, which is cute. So Luz admits that her future is not set in stone. She doesn't know what her future lies in store, but she'd love it if Amity was a part of it. So, mustering up what little courage she has left, she decides to ask her out. But then Amity blurts it out first. It's, but then they get a second chance, and Luz asks out Amity. And this is the first time two girls, or two girls asked each other out in animated form. So this show is making great strides in showing representation is completely normal and not anything at all. So that's really nice. But it's refreshing to see that they're still very much scared about what to do next. It's not because of, what people will think or what people will say, but It's more so, what now? What next? So that's going to be an interesting thing. It's going to be an interesting thing to see in the next few episodes. So then, it's a happy ending. All three characters went through their respective arcs. King learned a new power. Ida got a new ability, or at least a new mode she can go into. And Luz and Amity are finally dating. Lumity is officially confirmed. And we learn more about the Aqua Mouse, but, you know, I'll let other people do the frame-by-frame work to analyze what the contents hide. But yeah, this episode is great. And it actually made me love Hooty. This episode was one of the best Season 2 had to offer. And this episode, like I said, made me love Hooty. At least until the ending. Because the end, we see that guy from the previous episode who looks like King deliver a letter saying, "Can you deliver this to King Clawthorn?" And then Hooty eats it when he sees a bug. And I'm just like, why? Why, Hooty? You just lost so much respect from me. You just lost major respect. But I know that letter's going to come back to play later. Overall, this episode was an instant 10 out of 10. I highly... No, you know what? I'm not even going to highly recommend it. You should watch it. Because, you know, this episode, I swear to you, a lot of people thought that this was going to be a filler episode. But the fact that they were able to push so much stuff in, they were able to put so much stuff in, it just... And the catalyst for all this was because of Hooty. Really says a lot. And the pace they're going, they're really gonna make Owl House one of the best shows on television. Not to dismiss Amphibia. I will always love Amphibia. I will. And I still do. But this is this is something else, man. This is something else. I can't say anything else other than that. But yeah. This is something good. Because this is the first, like someone else said, this is the first time we've had an actual serialized show on Disney Channel. Because in every episode, there's a little piece and continuation within them. One, there's something that continues in the next episode, and then in the episode after that, and the episode after that, and so on. And that makes things perfect. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys soon. If you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And check me out on my main channel, where I react to videos with my brother. Bye.